Anupam Khajuria.
Thank you. Thank you, Kulwant Singh ji. So I can share my slide.
Yeah, kindly share the slides, but we have to really skip over some of the slides because it's pretty long. Huh?
Yes, yes.
I'll be grateful.
Is it okay now? Can you see my slides?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
We can.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. So now Dr. Majumdar already made the background for the recyclability and circular economy in the case of Japan. So I'm not going to show in the basic slides. So I'm going to move to circular economy main part. So why we are putting on impact on the environment actually, because it's filling our landfills or filling our oceans, and it causing problem and contributing to global warming as well. So recycling is one of the good option, but recycling is contributing to the how we can move towards a circular economy. So this is the basic waste hierarchy, which we already know. Everyone knows about the based on the sustainability. So basically, first we have to minimize and reuse, recycle, and resource disposal, recovery and disposable. So, and based on this waste hierarchy, we have mainly forward towards the 3R part, which can contribute to the sustainable waste management and climate change mitigation, and in various sectors, not only waste part, also in energy, transport and industry and agriculture sector as well. So basically this 3R is linked with the circular economy and which move towards SDGs. So why we are talking about circular recycle is important because we know.
Later, towards the end, that should.
Doctor, you'll have to be on mute, please. Doctor, you're not on mute.
Yeah.
Carry on, Dr. Anupam.
So then why we are talking about recycle, because it's really protect our ecosystem and wildlife, and it conserve our natural resources, because if we thought more towards circular economy, we don't need to use very raw material in for every product. So it definitely saves energy and reduce the carbon emission. And that last part is the most important. It creates new jobs in the part of the recycling sector. But recycling also affects on the climate change, because the two main parts they can make the way simple by limiting the amount of use of the raw material, and second by limiting the amount of the waste which goes to the landfill sector. It also helps to reduce the emission by reducing energy consumption. So basically, what is circular economy? What is the concept of circular economy if we are talking about recycling? Because recycling we can call as end of pipe, but when we circular economy, we're talking, it's like an upstream solution, which involves from the various sectors, starting from the redesigning and reconsumption, reuse, and repair the products. So it has strong promises is reducing the pressure on environment with the use of the innovative technologies. So the main transforming circularity part supports many ways. Like if we are talking about cartons, or we are talking about plastics, or we are talking about food. So in every sector, they are meeting the mean different loops. Like for example, it substitutes the material, which can redesign the circularity for the new products. And it helps in the packaging, even in plastic and carton materials. And it makes the closed loop, very closed loop materials, which we have not used more raw materials. And the last one is the low waste production. So basically it makes the material circular and can eliminate the waste, because we don't have creation of the new waste. We can reduce the waste as much as possible. And the second, last point is efficient use of resources by redesigning and to maintain the value. But how it's work? Because circular economy have the many circles, like end of pipe I said, because first one, it helps in the cleaner production, which can with less use of resources. It can product the green products, which is like EPR, which is not toxic and recyclable products. And the next is extended lifetime product, better material, better service. and that collect to the end of life product. And the last one is we should properly separate the waste and reuse the resources. By using this cycle, I'm showing there are 4 main sectors which can help. The first one, it helps to reduce the environmental footprints. Second, it reduces the resource dependency. It helps to minimize the waste and generate increased wealth. Because circular economy is it's divided into the 2 main sectors. One is the physical sector or biological sector, because you already know about this butterfly design, which is regenerative economy. So how we can say it's a biological cycle? Because if you see this green line, it shows the biological cycles, because it can see from the extraction of biochemical feed to biogas regeneration and farming collection. In the other hand, to see the products, which is the maintenance, reuse, recycle, and remanufacture the products. By using this factor in the upper side, you can see the renewable flow management is happening with the stock management, and it process in the 4 steps. The first one is parts manufacturing, product manufacturer, service provider, and finally it goes to the minimize the systematic leakage and negative externalities. So basically this whole butterfly figure is designed in the 3 steps. The first one is sphere and enhance the natural capacity by controlling and balancing the renewable resource flow. Second one is to optimize resource yield by circulating the product and material, both in technical and biological cycles, green and blue one. And the third one is effectiveness by revealing and design out the negative externalities of the environment. But circular economy helps to meet the 4 technological needs, because when we talk about the make the loop, because we close the loop, we have to meet in the different platforms. So first is the interactive platform, which we can use in apps or website or databases. And second one is the production to support design, because we can support the product design, we can remanufacture the design by 3D printing or by repairability or disabling. And the third one is advanced collections, because by manual collection, it's maybe difficult, but by sensors or by robots, it's more efficient way for the sorting and recycling. And the fourth one is the efficient material processing by artificial intelligence and machine learning sectors. So basically, circular economy is not 100% possible without understanding the 4th industrial revolution, that is Industry 4.0 or 4IR. So what is artificial intelligence works? How it works? Basically, it works in the 4 steps. The first one, we need to understand the data collection in many ways, like audio or video ways, images or website. And the second one is data engineering, to make that data in a readable format. And the third one, to make that algorithm by converting the existing data into the new trained model, because now even when we use the iPhone or any applications, but it's not easy to readable if it is in the raw format. And the fourth one is to design based on the algorithm output by pattern recognitions or integrated the solutions with the robots. So the 4 steps, it works as artificial intelligence. So what is the main benefits? Because when we talk about artificial intelligence, how we can relate with our environment. There are few examples I'm giving here. First, by AI system, we can help to forecast the waste characterization, waste bin level, waste detection. And the second one, it helps to increase the transparency in the recycling process, because it can easily find in the conveyor belt spot, and it's better accuracy than the human manpower. And it provides in the real-time insight, which can analyze into the facilities. And the last point, it really helps in the water management, like to help to detect and stop the leakage in the water pipe systems. So basically, artificial intelligence, it helps to analyze, predict, and we can recommend some solutions which can create the sustainable solutions. So there are various economies towards the sustainability and SDG, not only circular economy. The first, we are talking about bioeconomy, which is value added from the biodiversity and culture base. And the next one is circular economy, which I discussed earlier, that is towards the zero waste society. And the third one is green economy, that helps to reduce the GHG emission. So these economies are linked to contribute to the SDGs. So I'm showing here why we are talking about circular economy and SDGs, because our office is organizing many events on the circular economy sectors in United Nations offices. So our main activity is 3 steps. The first one we organized, like Dr. Kulvansan already mentioned, about forum, 3R and Circular Economy Forum since 2009. So based on this forum, it helps to progress on SDGs, particularly SDG 12, but definitely SDG 14 and SDG 6 that includes in the SDG 12 as well. And the second one, we are making some report, that is progress report on Asia and the Pacific region. We already launched first report in 2018 in India. And we launched last year plastic waste report based on in Asia and the Pacific region. And now we are working on the second state of 3R report in Asia and the Pacific region, which we are planning to launch in next 2023. So we are working on that part. And the third, our project is on IPLA. IPLA is basically a partnership, like I think like the AARC, or like other NGOs or some partnership member, which can help to make the platform for the government and private sector. And we meet the progress, how we can work and how we can collaborate with the partnership with institutes and academic sector and private sectors. So our regional 3R forum, I'm showing here a few like a flow, how we start. The first forum was happening in 2009 in Tokyo, and second was in Malaysia, third was in Singapore, where we are showing here in Tokyo, we had a Tokyo 3R statement and Singapore recommendation in third forum. And in fourth forum, that is Vietnam 3R declaration. That declaration is based on, basically is the basic information for the state of 3R report, because our report is based on this declaration, what the progress is going on in Asia and the Pacific countries. And sixth was the Maldives 3R declaration, which was signed by the resorts, around 100 resorts signed that declaration. And the seventh one, from the sixth forum, we start about the circular economy. And the seventh forum, we made the Adelaide 3R declaration on the circular economy part. And the eighth one, that is in Indore, that on the declaration on clean water, clean land, and air in cities. And this one is where we launched the first report of the state of 3R. And last we had a 9th forum in Bangkok. And after that, because of the COVID, we had having an online forum. So last year we had a webinar in 2020. And 2021, we are planning in Russia forum. And it's basically a hybrid forum, or online is still going on discussion how we can proceed on that part. So about that Vietnam declaration, Vietnam 3R forum in 2013 to 2023, that is the main basic part in the state of 3R and circular economy. So based on the assessment, experts assessment, we prepared the first report that was launched in 2018. And then we prepared the plastic waste report, that is the earlier launch on the G20 meeting in 2019. And last year we launched the final report on the plastic waste management. And we had some experts meeting of the upcoming report of the second state of 3R, and some of the experts which today are already in this webinar, they participated in our series of thematic webinars. So we are planning to meet that thematic sessions and combining that report and finalizing in 2023. And the third one is IPLA, which I mentioned about the partnership. That is international partnership. There are many members of this partnership. And basically, the concept of this partnership is a role of triangular cooperation. And we involve the policies and regulation and intervention of advanced technology, include research development institutes, and basically business with the private sector. So IPLA involves a platform to the move towards the zero-waste society or towards the circular economy. And how we can make the opportunities for localizing the SDGs, because we already know there are three main pillars, that is environment, economic, and social sector. But in the environment section, if we are talking about SDGs, it helps to make the solutions for the environmental problems. And the second one is the social sector. It can provide the public awareness. And the last one, in the economic sector, it can help to activate the local economy. So basically, PPP, public-private partnerships, is really necessary, and it's really need to take action to move towards SDGs. So when we talk about circular economy, I think now we already know about the nature-based solution that is really considered as a new circular economy concept. Why I'm talking about here nature-based solution after circular economy? Because I think nature-based solution is one of the tools which can move towards the circular economy. Like, for example, it helps to facilitate towards a transition to support a more sustainable management for the built environment. And second, it can potentially helps to stimulate circular economy model, which can contribute to new strategies for climate change adaptation and so on. So future perspectives of my presentation is basically when we talk about recycling of cartons or plastics, or today's webinar on cartons recyclability, but I think the true circular economy is very important. That is one of the most important part why when we are talking about circular economy. 100% it should be closed loop circular economy. And the second one is reevaluating what that is the EPR, which is one of the most important impact for the recycling industries. So I think the NPC will more discuss on EPR. And the third point is high technology and transparency. That is, the existing technology should make more accessible to the regions or to the recycling industries, because technology is related to the future of recycling, which is really important. So 3R and circular economy, which holds opportunity for the further development of sustainable solutions and definitely towards the achievement of the SDGs. So I think this is the main three future perspectives. I think most important parts we should understand, and why we are talking about EPR or circular economy or high technology and transparency. And in the last, I'm really happy to invite you all to participate in our forum in March. We are now planning, we are already started to sending invitations. So please kindly join our event and contact me. I'm giving my email address here. And definitely I will send invitations to participate in this event. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you,
Anupam. Thank you very much, Anupam. That was so very wonderful. I would say that you have highlighted the role of new technologies, role of artificial intelligence, the various economies that emerge out of it. And you have really spelled out the 3R and Circular Economy Forum. I have a quick question before I really move on. And that is that normally when you have these regional forums, many organizations in the region, many a time come up with a policy paper, which is actually, normally, you share it amongst all the countries and partners. Is it possible if AARC as an organization, which is a kind of industrial body, can prepare, based on today's webinar, a policy paper which can really be put up before the March forum that takes place in, basically in Moscow? Do you think it shall be possible if they, for example, work? I am giving more homework to the Secretariat of the AARC